Hey everybody, I'm out here at the super cargo travel trailer. Hopefully the sound is working this time. I forgot to turn on my microphone, so I had no sound whatsoever. Yeah, so we're out here at the super cargo travel trailer. I'll show you a quick peek inside here. Here we go. So we got a little kitchen area right here. I'm trying to light back there. Some low voltage, air conditioning, heat pump, window. Those fold down into beds there in the back. I can get a king size bed back there. A lot of junk in there. I gotta get it cleaned up before I do that's just a pre-video of something yet to come. So you guys will be able to check that out in a little while once I get that sucker all cleaned up in there and ready for spring. You know, it's Michigan, so spring comes later than it does in the rest of the country, it seems. Maybe not in North Dakota, but definitely Michigan. So we're gonna hop back here in the truck. I got my, I stopped out there to get my crown stapler so we could move forward on the getting this security video done, because I was out here the other day. You know, I knew we had some fencing that came down from the winter, you know, and from the snow load pushing it down and making a mess of it basically. So we're gonna drive over to the chicken coop here and start putting it back together. I got my air compressor in the side here and an air hose and everything. We're gonna rock this thing out and hopefully make it a little bit more secure for our birds so that they don't get predatored, eaten. Yeah, we'll go with eaten. So here we are at the chicken hut. I'll get things set up out here and show you what's going on. Big old scoop of scratch. So I decided while I was setting up, I'd get a big old scoop of scratch going over here somewhere for these chickens. I think I'll put it over here this time. I got a water bucket over here, and I could use a little fertilizer in my lawn. It's a little bit patchy right here, so we'll put down a big old, oh, chicken! Chicken ran under where I was pouring. So we'll set you guys up right here, and you can kind of check out, and I can talk to you while I'm getting things set up. There we go. Oh, chicken, chicken. Crazy chicken. That was a little squeak. What was that all about? All right, that's turned on. I'll move this camera over here too. There we go. Put time lapse over there. Get my crown stapler set up while you guys are watching the meat. Oh no, I only got a few staples. Ah, crud. Well, we'll make do with what we got. Oh, I dropped them. Of course, everything just goes perfect. Hope you guys are enjoying watching the chickens eat, because I'm having a Friday worth of Mondays right here. Things are just kind of going crazy. We'll be all right. Everything will work out in the end. Well, I got some 1/2-inch staples and then some looks like inch-long staples, so we'll do what we can with what we got. Because that's all we can do. Adapt and overcome, right? All right, pick up that camera in a minute so I can show you what's going on around the side of the coop here. Because I can't really show you from over there when the camera's hidden. These kinks out of my hose on the way back over there. Never ends. Chickens are a lot of work. Whoever told you that they weren't a lot of work is lying. Actually, it's not. They're not that bad. It's just daily stuff, yearly stuff. You know, this is part of that security thing. You got to do what you got to do to keep your birds from getting killed, because nobody wants that. Oh gosh, air compressor comes on and everybody goes bonkers. All right, so we got a little bit over here we're gonna work on. Sorry, the compressor's kind of loud, but I got some fence over here that's coming loose that definitely needs to be addressed right here. So it gets pushed around by the snow in the winter, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it, but super easy to put it back together again. Just a couple staples here and there. Oops, missed. And that's a little bit, whoops, I'm flinging the camera all around. Let me set you guys down for just a hot second while I finish this up right here, and we'll move on to the next part. Got a big old weed right here. Put you guys back here on the brick. You can look at my backside because that's so much fun. Oh, sorry about all that tumbling. I was looking for the depth adjuster. There it is. Need them to stick out just a little bit more. It's blowing right through my fencing. There we go. So, see how easy it is to whoop, get that all nice and tight again, nice and secure. Keep it safe. We got a little bit right here that needs to be done. Oh, blew right through it. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Trying to pull the hose around. I wish I had a cordless one of these. It'd be really nice. But I don't. So we'll do what we can do. Missed. The fence gets caught up in the... I'm putting you guys upside down there for a second. Sorry. The fence gets caught up in there and it's hard to get it stapled, but everything's looking good over here. I know I got some inside, so we'll head inside. Drag this nice brand new hose through the poop, because that'll make my buddy I borrowed it from super happy. I'll have to wash it. So we're gonna walk over here a little bit. Maybe we'll move this camera over a little. There we go. I'm doing a terrible job as a cameraman today. Sorry. So I got a little bit here to do over my head. See, this is right here. Clear spot, clear sky between there. It's completely come down. And we had, I don't know, I'd say probably 10 inches or 15 inches of snow that stuck to that fence and stayed up there this winter. And just didn't want to come down at all. It got really wet and heavy. And I'm nailing this about, I'd say every 4 inches or so. Just enough to keep the critters out so they can't squeeze through as best as I can. Oh, got one right there already. That's holding pretty good. Still using the 1/2-inch staples, which is good. I haven't busted into the heavier stuff. I'm trying to put it where they bend the chicken wire together. So if you know chicken wire, it's got the spots that are twisted, and those are the spots I'm trying to put it on there. Wow, this snow really messed up our fencing. I found another spot over here. It's not super bad, but it's bad enough that I want to bend it around and get a couple staples in it. And this was all stapled before, but there was so much weight from the snow that it couldn't handle it. And this happens, I don't know, pretty much every winter, I'd say. I suppose if I put a roof over it, I wouldn't have this issue, but I was trying to go for that natural thing, you know? Use the bushes and the trees to go over it, but they're just not growing as fast as I'd like. The lilacs are doing really good, but that vine I got for this, while it's growing great, it's just not growing over the top of it as quick as I'd like, which is fine. It will eventually grow over it and it won't be an issue. So this area I'm working on right here at the overhang, it gets a lot of ice build up, and it just pushes all the weight from the roof and everything pushes down on it. And you know, it can only hold so much weight, or it either rips the fencing or tears the staples out. And now I'm using the Big Daddies, the 1.5-inch or 1-inch staples. I think that was it. I'm gonna do a quick walk around with you while we look and see if we got any other spots. I'm looking, I don't see any more. We'll walk over here. It's nice not having the chickens in here because they just want to be under feet all the time. So I'm over here with that really wide chicken wire. You can see this spot right here. Try to get a good view of it. We're talking about coop security. You can see this wire here is broke, and this one's here. That's where I had a raccoon. I'm gonna pull this over and staple it. But this hole, I mean, I can put my whole fist through there. The raccoon literally pulled that apart, squeezed through here, came down and killed a bunch of my chickens. This is that wide 2-inch chicken wire. I will never ever use it again. It is not what I would call coop secure. Your chickens are gonna die if you use it. If you have raccoons, they will defeat that obstacle and eat your birds every time. Well, at least that one did, and that's not the only one that's done it. I've had three raccoons go through that fencing, but I've got a new deterrent. One of the best threat deterrents I've ever gotten for my chicken coop, and that's the Omlet door. It's an automatic door, opens and closes. You know, when the sun comes up in the morning, it opens. When the sun goes down in the evening and it gets darker, it closes. It's got sensors here, right here, that if a bird or whatever gets in it, it'll stop closing and open back up, so you don't have to worry about it crushing your bird to death. This Omlet door, I've had this thing up here probably 2 years now. I've had 0 issues. I've replaced the 4 AA batteries once, and I replaced them with a lithium ion, and they're still going strong. I've had 0 issues with this thing. It opens and closes every day. It doesn't jam. It works. It works well. It's the best thing I've ever put in the chicken coop. Hands down for security. The hens all go in there at night. It locks them up. There's no way anything can get in there. It's the safest thing. So I used to have a wooden door that would slide down, up and down over it, that I'd pull with a piece of rope, and every night in the morning I'd come out and let them out, or let them in, you know, in the evening, and then shut them in. And the raccoons, they lift it up. They push it right out of the way. It's a, you know, like a it was a 3/4 inch, probably 16 by 16 door, and they would just lift it up, go in, and when the chickens are in there, they can't escape, so they just chew them up dead. Another important thing to do around your chicken coop, I have these blocks here. They're just, a friend of mine had them, and I'm just saving them for, you know, holes that if some predator does try to dig in. But I've got fencing all the way around the exterior of this, 2 foot out, all the way around. And then I planted the bushes and stuff on top of it, but I had a coyote before we got Cosmo, which is probably the second best predator deterrent. He keeps the, you know, if the birds are in the yard, he'll be close. He'll chase the hawks off. He'll chase the coyotes, everything. I don't have to worry about him. But I put that brick there because I did have a coyote try to dig underneath, and he pulled the fence. Actually, the fence is stapled. I got a 2x4 that runs all the way around the bottom, and it's stapled to that. And he managed to pull the staples out. He didn't ever get in. He stopped once he got down to the fence and started ripping it back. I think it started to hurt his feet. But I had, you know, other animals try to infiltrate that same area, so I came back and put some gravel down in there where that block is, and I just wanted to mark it with that block so I knew what was going on. So if it ever happened again, I could come back and say, okay, I got to do something more in this area. But having that 2 foot apron around the outside of chicken wire is a must. Raccoons, I don't think raccoons will dig under it. Weasels might, maybe, I don't know. I haven't had any ferret or weasel or any of that ferret family type animals try to get in. I've had my biggest ones have been coyotes and raccoons. Number one, raccoons, hands down, raccoons have been the worst. The second worst has been possum. And they haven't been too bad. They haven't been able to successfully get in, but I've seen them on my camera out here trying, you know, sniffing around, trying to get in the doors. Raccoons, they're smart critters. They will get in. If they can find a weakness, they will infiltrate if they can. So other things to keep your animal secure, you know, motion lights. I've got a few motion lights out here around the perimeter. I better walk over here and get my barrel while I'm thinking about it, but I got a motion light right here, and it comes on. You know, it's got a motion sensor, and it's solar powered. I'm going to clean it off here a little bit because it's dirty up there. But yeah, so motion lights. Raccoons, you know, where I live, they don't really care. They see the motion light and go, huh, look, I can see while I eat my smorgasbord of chicken. But yeah, it's lots of things you can do to secure your chicken coop. That just happens to be one or several options. Our dog Cosmo is hands down probably the best way to prevent anything from happening to our birds. He patrols. He's a border collie, so they're a livestock guardian type dog, like a German Shepherd or Great Pyrenees, something like that. But there's a lot of ice in the bottom of that water barrel there. So keep your food separate too. I don't keep the food in the run. I keep it separate out here in this little area, and that helps keep the predators from coming in. If you don't want to deal with them coming in and trying to get food, like other animals like mice and rats and stuff. We got Broody Mama Bird back again today. What's up, baby bird? Baby Mama Bird? Huh? How you doing? Huh? Are you grumpy? Are you grumpy? Yeah, you're grumpy. You're gonna peck my camera. All right, we got to get the chicken mover persuader. Come on. Come on. I know it's hard. I want your eggs. And come on. I'm not hurting her. I'm barely giving her a little motivation to move here. There we go. I'm not hurting. I didn't hurt her at all. I just gave her a little push. You know, hardly anything at all. But boy, she got those eggs nice and warm. Nice and warm. I actually have a broken egg right here. See that? So when they get broody, they can break the eggs. They'll move in. Oh, that's a really dirty bucket. Get a cleaner one. Not sure that one's much cleaner. Oh, it's really wet. I'll go back to the dirty one. Oh. Using the dirty bucket today. Whew. So while she's moving around on them, or the other chickens come and lay with her, because they'll lay eggs right on top of each other. Hi, Mama Bird. So she's really upset. That's her. That's her. Hey, you're messing with my baby eggs. I don't want you in here. But if you don't take them out every day, it's been my experience that the chickens will just stay broody, and when they're broody, they're not laying any eggs. So you definitely don't want that to continue to happen. The reason to have chickens is to have eggs. So come out, collect the eggs, and that'll keep them from getting broody. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you my method that I use, and I've showed it before. The broken egg here, it's actually broken in like 4 or 5 spots. A really soft shell egg. So what I'll do is I've got this scratch over here, or I could give it to Cosmo if he wanted it. I don't know where he went. Cosmo run off. He's probably chasing something in the front yard. So what I do is I'm looking to make sure there's no chickens running around. There are none. So I just take it and I go splat like that, and I go get a scoop of scratch. I actually think I'm going to use pellets on this one. And then I just kind of crush them in there and, make it. Oh, I forgot to close my scratch barrel. I get a little scoop, just a tiny little scoop of pellets this time. And I know people say, oh, don't feed them raw eggs. They'll get a taste for raw eggs. It hasn't been my experience. This has worked just fine for me. So I just put that on there and then crush it in. Move it around. Make it so they can't even tell what it is. They'll come destroy it here in a second. Here they come right now. We'll watch them. Legs will get in there. As long as it doesn't break in the chicken coop or in the brooder box, you're probably fine. There. And they want the scratch. Chickens are crazy. They're cool birds, but they're crazy. Let me turn this around here so you can watch them. So, there's a lot of things you can do for security, and depending on your predators and what you have in the area will determine what's the best course for you. This has worked really good for me. It's taken me years to figure out exactly I say years just because predators don't attack every single day. They attack when your guard's down and you're not ready for them. They could have come in yesterday or the day before and had easy access to my run because I didn't have the fence stapled up. It's just one of those things you need to check. You got to stay on top of it if you want to keep your birds safe. Now, when I do my next coop, I'm going to do one without the chicken run, I should say. My next chicken run won't have a top on it. So I'm going to try it, see what happens. So the chickens will be completely unsecure from the air and animals climbing over the chicken run. But they'll be completely secure in their chicken house because I'll do another omelet door. And I won't have to worry about them at night. They'll be perfectly safe. Another thing I do for security is I have a Nest camera out here that watches. It doesn't watch the run, but it watches the man door that I have going into the chicken house and an area around it. So generally speaking, the raccoons come from, walk around it before they try to attempt to climb into it. They'll look for an easier way before going up and over. And so I usually catch them on the camera. Another great thing for security is roosters. I got Legs there who, if you haven't seen it, likes to crow at 2:20 in the morning. And boy, is he loud. He puts up a holler and beats his wings. And there's no, we thought we had a predator that night. I thought I saw something on the camera. I don't know if we did or not. And Copper there too. They both will alert if something's going on. So we have a couple black chickens too. Black Cochrans, I think is what they are. 2 of them. We used to have Jersey Giants. And I read somewhere that if you have black birds with your flock walking around out when they're free ranging, hawks won't attack them. I haven't had a hawk attack my birds yet. I don't think. I don't remember one. Maybe they have. I honestly don't remember having a hawk take one of my birds. But you know, we have lots of hawks. I've seen them out here on the telephone poles, and I've seen them, you know, roosting on the wires or on the house. I've seen them on top of the chicken house, the hen house. And you know, I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, we had the Jersey Giants. We had 2 of those big black chickens, right? And never had an issue with hawks. And now I've got the 2 black Cochrans. I think that's what they're called. And I got this other one that's a barnyard mix. It's kind of black and got a brownish black head. Not quite sure what breed of chicken it is. He's a mutt. Like most of our birds are mutts, which is perfectly fine. They lay eggs just the same as a purebred chicken. And, you know, if it works, so far it's worked for me. I'm going to continue to have 2 or 3 black birds with my flock until I have an issue with a hawk, I guess. I mean, if it's worked this long, I don't suppose it's going to change. Let's see, what else for security? I'm looking around. I don't know. You know, if you have problems, you can trap them, get them away, shoot them, whatever it takes. You know, you don't want your birds to die. So, again, motion lights, basic stuff. Motion lights, keep them locked in at night. Make sure their place is secure. There's no places for something to access, and you know, you keep your birds around for a long time, and they'll lay many eggs for you, and you'll have many omelets or breakfast burritos or whatever it is you like. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's kind of something a little bit different. They're having a nice little drink here at the water cooler. I wonder if they're talking about the coronavirus and all the rumors that are going on out there and all the crazy stuff that's happening. I don't know. Anyway, keep your birds safe. That's what it boils down to. Dog's the best thing. I'm talking all good about Cosmo, and he's not even here. Who knows where he went? Cos, where you at, buddy? Come on. No, he's taking a little nap in the garage. You know, he's got a rough life. You coming out here? No, he's not going to come out. All right, well, I appreciate y'all watching. If you get a chance, go down below and like and subscribe. It really helps me out on the channel and stuff, so appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right, we're done. You want one more? One more? Okay. Here we go. Big one.